What's going on? Back again with your boy the Prophet. Hey yo, it's that day, it's that time. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the chapter 4 review, Burn the Witch. So I had to read the chapter review before I watched the trailer, because the trailer has some stuff that I was just like, if I read this last chapter, it's going to make more sense. So I will show you guys the trailer because I only got to see it without subtitles. So we will watch the trailer together with subtitles at the end. But I will get, bro, like, okay. So first of all, what is up with this area, like right here? Like, you can see her panties, bro. All her panties. And it's like a heart shape. Yeah, let's just say she's looking pretty stacked. I'm just gonna call her Maliva because I don't know how to say her name, and to me it looks like Quintamir, I don't know. This is the color page, and well, yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into it. If a lion could speak, we couldn't understand. And I'll just go ahead and go over this pretty quickly for you guys. I'm not going to read every panel. If there's some important stuff, I will read the panels. Boggo's confused, like, I don't understand, you know, everybody, you're saying everybody wants to kill me, like, what do you, like, me? Like, why? Like, he doesn't really get it. So he's like, you haven't told them, he's like, you haven't told them anything, talking to Nilly and Noel, and they're like, well, he's like, yeah, I guess the smallest mercy you can give a dead man walking is to not tell him exactly when he's going to bite the dust. Those are some scary words for that scary, to go with that scary face. And then Noel planned to attack him. He's like, I don't know what you twerps are planning, but it's not going to do anything. Basically, they're planning a split attack. But yeah, so she's like, Bruno, I hear Ellie's voice is getting closer. And then Ellie basically tries to attack Bruno. And he's like, sorry, I haven't got any more use for you. She's like, of course, screaming Ellie. And like, this is one of the moments in the trailer. So he tries to blast Ellie, and then Ellie basically goes invisible. And everybody is tripping like, yo, the dragon disappeared. Marcy remembers, you know, when she first saw the dragon, you know, it was just sitting there. She thought it appeared out of nowhere. It was that the dragon was invisible the whole time. So yeah, then you see this clip from where Macy just comes from, Ellie just comes from behind Macy and goes from being invisible to being right there. And then they're like, you telling me this dragon is stealth scale? Like, he's basically like, that's a high level move. Like, not every dragon can use that move. Like, what's going on? And then you see this beautiful picture of Ellie, whose real name is Cinderella. Essentially, this is where the story gets incredibly insane, and like, I'm so glad that season 2 is already announced. But just look at this, like, it just looks amazing. And like I said, at this point you don't know, but seeing this color is going to be so amazing. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys the trailer once we finish this, and all this stuff is going to make so much sense because the trailer is covering most of this stuff. But then you just see Ellie, basically like, she just completely transformed in size and shape and everything. And then she's like likely molted in the moonlight. And they're like, okay, so this thing just used stealth scale and it just molted in the moonlight, and it has 6 talons. And they're like, yeah, no doubt that thing is one of the Marchins, right? So this is when the plot thickens. You see this massive ass dragon, and notice that she has like a crown, right? Like the dragon, right? Ellie has a crown. Well, like I said, it said that Marchins are dragons that were rumored to have existed even before the formation of Reverse London. 7 dragons likened to the name of fairy tales. The Snow White, Red Dress, Golden Axe, Bubbles, Sugar House, Band of Animals. And like, I guess this is showing like a little bit of those, because you see a Band of Animals right there, Sugar House, it looks like a house right here, you know, maybe a gingerbread house or something. Bubbles, it looks like there's some scale, like some kind of a fish. Looks like there could be some water. Golden Axe, and you see an axe right here. Red Dress, it looks like this could be a dress right here, maybe. Like, I don't really know for sure. And then Snow White, you see some crystals, some snowflakes. And then also this could be Snow White or red dress as well. So, and Cinderella. So that's basically what she is. This is Cinderella. So now the story, there are these mythical creatures that basically embody destruction. And you know, she said as well as from ash of stardust, that it's when it scatters its wings. And then it just shows everything that comes in contact with this dust. And you see like you see it's like glitter and you know, flap flap flap, like basically Cinderella's flapping her wings, and then there's a glitter spreading everywhere, and then you just see massive explosions everywhere. And this is about a city block right here. So a block of destruction just by flapping its wings. So massive explosions and everything behind them is essentially getting engulfed. Okay, so he's like, we're gonna take a rain check on the elimination of Bago, and he's like, Marchins are, you know, the progenitors of dark dragons. They're designated as wicked, and there's an automatic elimination warrant out for them. Like you can just kill them off top because they're basically man's destruction. So then you see him put on his freaking mask, and he looks so badass. Puts on the mask, and then he's like, now that's electrifying. And when characters say stuff like that, like, oh, that's electrifying, like, it just shows you, yeah, he's more likely going to be using electric based abilities, which definitely jumps him up into my favorites list right here. And then basically he's just like, listen, I'm about to fight this thing by myself. I'm not about to just fight it, I'm going to kill it. I guess he calls his dragon, which is Rickenbacker. So when I first read it, it sounded like he said, you think you can manage with just 3 Rickenbacker? But nah, like he's saying, you know, you think you can manage with just 3? Then he's calling his dragon Rickenbacker. Then that's when the dragon's like, rah. And then he's like, attaboy. And then he flies at it. They're like, he's seriously going to take on that thing. Then Ninny and Noelle, they see this dust in front of them. They're like, oh shit, like, we got to get out of here. So then they just dip out as quickly as possible. They're like, is this Stardust alive? Like, what's going on? And basically then they're trying to figure out, like, okay, you know, what do the legends of Cinderella say? You know, what could be a weakness? What could be something that we could use to kill Cinderella? And basically she's like, well, the books don't really tell me anything, you know. I don't really know how to deal with it. See Bruno looking super badass, and this is when I was talking about all of the specific branches of Wingbind have their own specific kits. So you see he has like these spray cans on his hip, like that's his weapon, like that's his kit, you know, that's how he destroys enemies, right? So then you see it says ink red. He sprays it, makes like a magical seal is what I would say. Then he says release code 0575 unlock, get over here. And then he summons this beast, Hunger Shadow, and it looks so badass because, like, you know, as his jaws moving, like these fangs on his mask are like moving, and just looks super crazy. So then Hunger Shadow comes out, jumps, attacks Cinderella right in the front of her crown. Looks pretty ferocious, not gonna lie. If you want to just take a look at this panel, I definitely wouldn't blame you guys. He's like tearing to that thing. So yeah, so Hunger Shadow jumps up, and you see this beast in the trailer as well. And then this thing gets Hakai. He's like, okay, even Hunger Shadow couldn't lay a drop of blood. And so basically then he asked Ninny and Noelle to cover him. And it's crazy because, like, right here his mask is open because his mouth is open, but here his mouth is shut and his mask is like off. So like maybe it's literally it's like a real jawbone extension, you know what I mean? Like obviously it's just a mask, but it kind of makes him look similar to Grimjow, like the jawbone. It's a really interesting take on that. So basically he's like, cover me. He's like, we'll break the crown. This is very important. He's like, we'll break the crown. You know, that's like an artery in its head, and then Cinderella's a garner. Then they basically all split up. Oh yeah, and he said if you back him up and you know, he can beat this thing up, it'll pump up their value, and he'll accept their transfer to the Inks. And they're like, not interested. And they're like, don't really recall asking for that. And then Nini and Noel go ahead. Cinderella approaches once more. Then you see Nini and Noel doing a chant. They're both chanting. And then they do this spell called Super Jail. I wish they told what magical number it was, but it's just Super Jail. Double incantation, of course, since it's both of them casting it. And then they trap Cinderella, right? That's what the whole Super Jail thing comes. It's shink, 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 shink. So these pillars just drop in front of Cinderella or in front of the designated target. And then he goes beast mode again. He's like, good going, twerps. Release code 2028, unlock, get over here. And then he summons like this thing called Greedy Curtain. And it looks like just a spew of like ink. Like that's what it looks like to me. Looks like a spew of ink. And then you see it here. This kind of looks like some scissors up at the top. But, you know, maybe it's just the art style. Or maybe that's just the kanji. Glup. But yeah, so basically he just drops this freaking goop on to Cinderella. And he's like, I know that won't kill you. But then, boom. Explosion. That's Cinderella right there. He looks kind of shocked. They look kind of shocked. He's like, bloody hell. That thing's still alive. And he's like, guess your own blast can't kill you, which I have no idea what that means. And so then Cinderella's flying straight towards them. They're like, what's going on? And then they're like, we got to make a barrier, right? Looks like Cinderella attacks and he hits Nini. And of course, you know, Macy doesn't like that. And she's like, you know, wait, stop, Ellie. You know, don't you recognize me? And then Ellie looks at her and like, this is like, dude, like I said, reading it is one thing, but seeing it animated and seeing it moving and hearing the music and like it just hits different. It just hits really different. Then they ask Bago what can he do, and she's like, just grab your pipe and just hold on for dear life, bro. Like just make sure Sushi is safe. Then you see, this is what I was waiting on. This is what I was waiting on. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Bago is holding this musical instrument, and then voila, it's holding a piper's instrument, which is the pipe, and then a sword comes out of it. It looks like a saber sword, if you ask me. But this magical blade just comes out of this thing he's holding on to. So this is like super incredible. Everybody's like, what the hell's going on? And you even see Cinderella right here is looking directly at Bago. She's looking directly at him, like she's looking at the sword. So this sword is captivating Cinderella. Then, you know, they're like, Cinderella stopped. And then, bang! A cold-blooded snipe. Cold-blooded snipe. Everybody shook. You gotta realize that Bruno was right next to this thing, point blank range, dropped some of his most powerful stuff on it, took out his dragon Rickenbacker and everything, and then you see the chief, the man, yada yada. Did I do that? This man, Billy Banks, bro, just literally sniped Cinderella from literally blocks, miles and miles away, bro. Literally from sitting in his office in Wingbind headquarters, out the window from miles away. Absolutely snipes Cinderella, a legendary dragon, which is insanity. Like, I knew he was going to be OP, and this man is OP. Like, Bruno was front and center, close as you can be, and couldn't do anything, you know, to affect Cinderella. Even saying that he knew that he wasn't going to be able to kill Cinderella. So then we get this here where you essentially see, and I pretty much knew that this was going to happen, but you get Nini and Noel basically pissed off because it makes sense. Billy just took out Cinderella, essentially. Nini and Noel are like, how do we not get paid? Like, what do you mean? And he's basically like, you guys are lucky that you came out in positive anything because they docked your pay for all that property damage. Macy has a light case of Dragonclad, and essentially they say Patchwork is collecting and preserving Cinderella's corpse. So I honestly have no idea who killed Cinderella, because Nini and Noel say that they didn't do it, and they also said that Bruno didn't kill him either. But didn't kill Cinderella either. But then apparently there's a corpse for Patchwork to look at. So, and Patchwork, like I anticipated, is going to be like the science core. So yeah, keep that in mind, like this, research and development core. But yeah, then they just say Macy's coming with you guys, and yeah, then everybody's like, oh, that's all good and dandy, but what's gonna happen with Balgo? Then they're like, yeah, Balgo's punitive dragon release application has been terminated. He's been released. And so then they come up with this, and they're like, well, Balgo was in contact with Macy 2 months ago. And 2 months ago is when Ellie came into her life. So basically, Balgo has like this thing where he can somehow lure out these legendary dragons that haven't been seen in centuries. And yeah, he's basically like, if keeping Balgo alive is going to help us eliminate the Martians, then that's a good enough reason for me. Sullivan Squire is clanking up. She's just walking around. And so she's like, Junior, you scoundrel. I'm relieved to find out I did not overestimate the son of a hero. Kubo, stop playing with us, bro. What does this mean? Who is she talking about? Who is the son of a hero? Who's the hero's dad? Like, who is this, bro? Junior, who's Junior? Junior, you scoundrel, son of a hero. I don't know. Maybe she's at home. Maybe Sullivan Squire just got home. I don't know. Maybe she just got home and she's saying her son is Junior. I don't know. But the son of a hero, I don't know. Maybe she's talking about Bruno's a hero. Maybe Balgo's a hero. I have no clue. But this is like really crazy. And then this just honestly like kind of makes my heart warm, bro. Because like, Balgo's just here, just living his best life. He's like, Chief came and took the pipe and mantle. I guess I couldn't keep it. Oh, well. Mind you, he just discovered he had some type of latent power. And then Noah just runs up and hugs him. And he's confused. He's like, Noelle, like, what's going on? Did something bad happen? And, she's like, no. And he's like, something good happened? And she's like, yes. And, like, it's just so cute. Like, you just see his eyes. He looks like Ichigo, bro. He looks like Ichigo. And, you can see, like, this is kind of when stuff turns for them, And, he's just like, good for you, Noelle. Yeah, it just makes me feel kind of warm, bro. Like, I like that ending. I know that was just the first volume, but I really like it. So the movie is coming out in just a few weeks. Yeah, I'm just so excited to get opened up to the world of Burn the Witch. And yeah, so we'll actually go ahead and take a look at the trailer right here. And yeah, so we'll take a look at this with English subs. 2 months ago, I found a little one, an illegally reared dragon. Will commence the proceeding, eliminates Dragon Clap Balgo Parks. Okay. Okay. Direct. Oh. Rickenbacker. Second being hugged by Noah. Oh, so now it's from chapter 3. Crown Council. That's. I'm saying this for my own sake. I think I'm gonna go watch it. Arigato. I get chills every time, bro. Yeah, I'm just super ready, bro. I'm just super ready. Like, look at this, bro. Bro, like, this thing looks beautiful, bro. Like, that's like such an elegant looking dragon, man. Like, thinking about it, that they're gonna be. That's when he did the stealth scale. Thinking about it, like, this world and all the legendary dragons, and how strong they gotta be and how they gotta get stronger, and all the people, how their powers work, and it's just so much to see. And I'm really excited. The Bird and the Witch movie covering the chapter 0 through 4 will be out in about 3 weeks, which will be October 1st in the US, October 2nd in Japan. So yeah, man, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the chapter review and the movie trailer breakdown. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for anything Bleach or Burn the Witch. Prophet Nation, do love y'all. Till the next time, I'm out.